Hi, I'm Sarah, that other mommy blogger, here to show you how I do headband curls. I've tried this method of curling my hair several different ways, have not always been happy with the results, so I'm going to give you just a bit of a tutorial on the way that I have found it works best without leaving a crimped area at the top of the ears. So this method I picked up from someone else and it's really been helpful. Now usually I would use a headband that you buy in the hair accessories part of your store, but I couldn't find mine tonight, so I'm improvising and I'm using a medical ace bandage. It will still do the trick. So my hair is wet, actually more like damp. I've wetted it with a brush that had water on it just to make sure it has enough moisture in it to lock the curl. I am going to be sleeping on this tonight. If I were doing this in the morning, I would probably leave it in for about 15-20 minutes and run a blow dryer on cool setting over it. But tonight I'll be sleeping on it, so it's important it is definitely damp. I started by brushing my hair, and the biggest step that you have to get in order to make this work and not look ridiculous is to kind of find an area on the top of your head that's in line with the back of your ear, and you take the hair starting there and you brush it forward, and then you do that all the way to the back of your ear, and then you kind of just separate that a little bit, and then do that all the way around. You're not going to see my face for a few minutes, but that's all right. So I've pulled all of that hair forward, and then with it in front of my face, then I start putting the headband, or in this case the ace bandage, right above my ears. And if this was a headband, it would just easily go on top of your hair, but it is going to take a minute to wrap this around. And I want to make sure it's not too tight, because otherwise I'll get a headache if it is. But it has to be secure enough that it's not going to fall out while I'm sleeping. So once I've done that, I'm going to take my hair and clear it out of my line of vision a little bit, and I'm keeping in mind where I want the curls to be parted tomorrow when I wake up. Okay, so then I'll make sure it's on secure, and I'll start with the front of my hair, and I grab a section of hair about 1 inch to 2 inches wide. I do like my curls to be fairly wide and loose. If you wanted tighter curls, you'd take a smaller, more narrow section of hair and you would wrap it tighter. So I'm doing that. It's pulled down underneath the headband, and I join that hair now with more hair, almost as if you're doing French braiding where you pull in more hair as you go. That's kind of what you're doing here. And you're just pulling it under the headband like this. And you want to make sure you don't get it stuck underneath. You do have to make sure it's pulled through, or you're going to have knots in your hair. And then I do the same on this side in the front. And just join it with more hair to the side and wrap it around.
Wow, look at you.
Does it look funny, Brooklyn?
Yeah. We talk now?
You can talk a little bit. And then I'm going to just keep going to the sides. Now I always have trouble when I do headband curls with the back of my hair not being as pretty with the curls. And I think that's because typically I start wrapping at the front and then I just wrap all the way to the back, and then I kind of am left with leftovers in the back that I'm trying to fit on the headband. So what I've started doing is going halfway back from the front and then going into the back and going from the back to the front and meeting in the middle, rather than just working my way all the way to the back. So this is about the middle. I'm going to stop here on the front, and I'll just show you kind of how that looks. And then I have hair in the back that I'm going to start wrapping. And you're going to want to make sure that you pull it all the way through, otherwise it's going to get tangled with that hair from the front and really be annoying to try to take out when you're done. So I'm just pulling all of that hair through in the back, And I'll do that now from the back to the sides, and then when I meet back in the front with this extra hair, I will probably take a bobby pin and secure that hair with a bobby pin so that it doesn't fall out. So it's going to end up coming around, and then I'll probably just take this once I can't fit it around the headband anymore and just kind of make a loop like that, and then I'll pin that with a bobby pin to the side of my head. And then once that's done, it just sits like this. I'll take it out in the morning. You can spritz it a little bit with hairspray if you wanted to, but you probably won't need that tonight. I would maybe do that in the morning when I take it out. And then I will do a clip on what it looks like in the morning. It'll be crazy at first. Thanks for watching.